Camelot 331 here, and have you ever noticed that you're never allowed to fight back? Why can't we fight back? When someone attacks someone in a store, almost every single corporate company on earth has a policy where you're not allowed to fight back. If somebody attacks you, you're not allowed to do anything or else you get fired. And why is that? The obvious reason is to avoid lawsuits. But why should we be worried about lawsuits when we're getting our damn face punched in? Because I'll tell you one thing, I don't like getting my damn face punched in. It feels terrible on my face region. And I don't think you like it either. And why should a company take precedence over my damn face? I don't think so. Why can't we fight back? Look at this video right here. I was thinking about it when I saw this video. Look at this older dude just slapping around this kid that's below the age of 18, mind you. And he's not allowed to fight back because he will get fired for it. So I think that's absolutely insane that we can't do anything to defend ourselves. We don't even have the basic right to defend ourselves, or else we risk losing our job. So today I have stories from a lot of people where they couldn't fight back, where they were attacked on the job. Some intense retail horror that makes me quiver in pain, especially in my pelvic region. I don't know if it's pain. It might be glory. I don't know yet. We're about to get into it. I'll tell you when I find out. So before we get into it, make sure you give this video a thumbs up, doodle. It's really important. And make sure you subscribe if you have not. First message. When I worked at Walmart, there was a price change on an item that wasn't labeled properly. It was my first job, and I didn't notice because the price was only a 20-cent increase. Now, I didn't know until the man came back 20 minutes later and was yelling at me. I was reading his receipt and agreed to give him a refund. So I got a CSM and started doing the refund. I then opened the cash drawer and handed him 20 cents. He then slammed it down on the counter, screaming that he wanted it direct deposited back onto his card. I told him that we don't do that because it takes a few days to refund it that way and cash is just easier. He continued to scream and I tried to explain again, but couldn't get a word in. When I finally stopped for a moment, I let out a sigh because I was just going to do it and put it on his card. He heard the sigh and snapped and grabbed me by the hair and kept calling me a stupid bitch and started punching me all over my face and scratching me. Damn, son. There was a police officer in the store and he tackled the man and arrested him. He was dragged out screaming, all over 20 cents. That is insane. Just punching you in the damn face. Like I said, the face. The least likable place to get punched is in the face. But you can't do nothing about it or you'll get fired. You'll get fired if you fight back. I'll tell you one damn thing. If I ever find myself in Walmart and I'm working a damn register for some odd damn reason, if the YouTube thing goes south and I get canceled, if I'm working at that register, some old dude grabs me by the hair, you best damn believe I'm knocking him out one slap. One open palm slap. Directly to his balls, son. Next message. I work at Lowe's and had a customer come in to exchange a drill. He said it wouldn't hold a big enough bit for what he needed, which is completely okay. So he picked out the new one that he wanted and brought it up to the counter. I started the exchange and put his old drill that he previously got behind the counter after scanning it. He immediately asked me what I was doing. I was confused and I told him I was exchanging the drill for the new one he wanted. He told me he wanted to keep the old one as well, but he didn't want to pay for it because I made him drive all the way back up here. Shocking. Who's been here before? I told him he couldn't have it for free. That is not how it worked and it would get me fired. He started throwing a fit and demanded I do it. I once again said no. He then threw the new drill at me he was holding and it hit me in the stomach. It almost knocked the breath out of me. I then laid his old drill on the counter and told him I would not be doing the exchange and he could leave. Management came and escorted him out. I was asked if I assaulted him because he claimed I laid a hand on him. Shocking. Who has ever been in this situation where a customer does something crazy as hell and then calls your boss and says you did it to them? Literally almost every time. That obviously never happened. I had to go in the back to review cameras to make sure I didn't retaliate or I would be fired. Shocking. Of course they saw I didn't and I didn't get fired. That same man came back the next day trying to exchange the drill again. I just went back and waited for him to leave. Why is it not okay to fight back? There's cameras everywhere. You could determine if it was justified by just looking at the damn cameras, son. And I understand the corporation's trying to avoid a lawsuit, but is that a good reason to sacrifice an employee's face? No! I want to keep my face as least amount of punched as possible. Next message. I still unfortunately work at GameStop. My specific store closes a little earlier on Sundays. A few weeks ago, we were closed for about 10 minutes and a guy, and what I assumed was his girlfriend, came to the door and was banging on it. I told them we were closed and both registers were down, which they were. They kept saying it would only be a minute. I said again, no, the registers are closed. I can't make a sell. The man then punched the glass door really hard and screamed, then told me to fuck off, which is funny because he's the one banging on the door. Where's the guy going to go? Where's he going to fuck off to? I don't know. He went to his car and I watched him get a tire iron out of his trunk. It's getting spicy, son. He then walked to my car, which was the only other car in the parking lot, and busted all my windows out. Shocking. I frantically called the police and him and his girlfriend took off. The police came and I filed a report. We have no cameras outside. I asked my district manager who would pay for the damages and he said I should have insurance, so I'll be fine. As you would say, shocking. Absolutely shocking. That is insane. He just busted out all your windows. And what would happen if he would use the tire iron on your damn face? You probably would have been dead. Okay? You would have been a dead person. Because you can't fight back. Because lawsuits. Companies would rather you die than them have to pay out. It's insane. Next message. One time at work, I was maybe a few months into my job. I was getting murdered by this long line, and I was beeping everyone's items as fast as I could. I noticed, however, when I was bagging this lady's stuff that I didn't ring her up for one of the shirts she bought. I thought for a second and said, fuck it, in my head, of course, and I just gave her the shirt. She was kind of being an asshole, so I wasn't trying to deal with her any longer. Anyways, I finished my line quickly, and about an hour passes and this lady comes back and looks very pissed off. Hi, anything I can help you with? I ask. She tells me, yeah, you charged me wrong. This idiot, I think to myself. Okay, can I see your items and your receipt? I said. I tell her, and she laid out all her items and puts the receipt in my face, saying I overcharged her for a shirt she bought. It turns out that her shirt that I didn't charge her for had a different price on it than what it said on the shirt wall, even though I didn't charge her for it. Anyways, I burst her bubble and tell her, these were all the items you bought, correct? She hits me with the, yeah, you charged me for them. Did you already forget that? I tell her, well, I'm going to have to apologize. But it looks like I missed one of the items when I was ringing you up, and I'm going to have to do that before I let you leave the store with it again, or it will be considered stealing. Boy, if you saw the look on this woman's face as I took her shirt and waited for her response. Anyways, she just gives me an O, and I rung her up for the $50 shirt, and she went on her way. That's why you don't mess around. You don't mess around and try to scam the people behind the counter. Because they'll rip you over the coals. I've had it happen a bunch of times. Next message. I worked at Kroger for a couple years and saw this one day. I was stocking the shelves and made my way to the cracker aisle when I saw this lady sitting on one of the motorized carts. She was opening every different flavor of cracker, trying a few, and then putting them back on the shelf. Hell yeah, like a damn buffet, son. I asked her, I'm going to have to ask you to stop opening the product before you pay for it. She said, no, you have too many choices and I need to know what they taste like before I buy them. That's reasonable. I didn't want to argue with her. It had been a long day already. I went and got my manager and explained the situation. I also pulled the stuff she opened off the shelf. Now, she hadn't left yet, so the manager went and spoke to her and got her to agree to leave after she paid for what was in her cart. The manager let her get up to the register after waiting in a long line and began putting all of the boxes she opened on the belt. She said, what's this? I'm not buying this. The manager said, you can either buy it all, or I call the police and report you for shoplifting. She starts throwing heavy bags at him and threw her keys at his face. The manager has the police called, and after they check the cameras and watch her doing it, she gets slapped with shoplifting charges, and she still has to pay for everything she opened. Her total was even higher after that because they saw everything she opened and not just the crackers. I wish you could have seen her face. Shocking. Shocking. It's a damn buffet at Kroger right now. You could just try chips. Why would anyone think that's okay? I mean, she's on a motorized scooter, so I can pretty much guess what she looks like. She probably is a ham planet, son. She probably a damn butter golem, for real. Butter golem just riding around eating all the damn stuff off the shelves. That's kind of what I want to do when I get older. Next message. So I work at a shoe store. We have a clearance section. The clearance shoes have a price tag that says original full price, then a sticker above that that says the amount that they are discounted, 30, 40, 50%, etc. There is a sign in the clearance section that displays what all the discounted pricings would be off of the shoe. So customers don't even need to do math. This confuses the hell out of people. The other day, a woman came up to the front counter with $70 shoes that were discounted 70% and asked what price they would be. We'll call her Susan. I tell her those would be $21. She says no, they'd be free, 70% off of $70. And I said no, they'd be $21. Doing the math out loud, because 10% off of $70 is $7. And multiply that by 7 gets, she then says they're 70% off, not 10% off. I say, I know, I'm just explaining the math. She then again says they're free. I then grabbed a calculator and showed her all the steps to get the price to 21. She got angry and threw the shoes at my face and screamed that I was robbing her. She stormed out and I had to treat a small cut on my face. Was a great day. Insane. Why can't you fight back? Why can't you fight back? I think there should be some kind of law against companies saying that people can't defend themselves if it's justified. If somebody just punches you in the damn face, you should be able to do something about it and protect yourself instead of worrying about the company you work for's lawsuit that they might have to deal with. It's insane to me. Absolutely insane. What do you think? That's all the stories I have for you today. Do you think you should be able to defend yourself? I do. I totally do. So if you want to send me a story, message me on Instagram and Twitter. Follow me on there. I stream Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday night at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. If you like this video, like it. Make sure you subscribe. And also, can you do me a big ass favor? Can you make sure to get on it? Doggone it. Bye. Yeah.